YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Boba and welcome back to another player review on the channel. I hope you guys are having an incredible day. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and check out the new Futties Icon card for none other than Carlos Alberto. Carlos Alberto is a 97 rated card. He has medium-high work rates, right-footed with 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. Now, we do see a bit of versatility with the card, which is always really nice to see. He can play the center back, right wing back, and right back positions. And if we go ahead and look at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we can see that the card is pretty well-rounded from a defensive point of view. If you do prefer your ball playing center backs, I think that Carlos Alberto is going to be a fantastic option for you. But with the way that the card is set up, I think that he can make a phenomenal right back as well. Now, he does have 98 pace overall with 99 acceleration and 97 sprint speed, probably going to be the standout stat for the card alongside his defending. So if you do run him at the center back position, I think that the recovery speed is going to be fantastic, going to be very difficult to get away from him. Now, the one thing that I absolutely love with the card is the fact that they went ahead and gave him the long ball pass playstyle plus. We all know how OP that is in game, 90 passing for the card as well with 98 short pass and 82 long pass. The 82 long pass isn't great, but with the long ball pass playstyle plus, I do still expect it to be very accurate in game. Now, whether you play him as a fullback or at the center back position, the 88 dribbling is going to be another really important stat for the card. And as you guys know, for a center back, the two most important dribbling stats are his reactions and composure. And one thing with Carlos Alberto, he doesn't have the highest of stats for that. 92 reactions, 86 composure isn't the greatest, so I think that is going to be very interesting to test out his manual defending. On the ball, he should be quite decent with his 89 agility, 81 balance, and 91 ball control. He does also have a bit of a smaller build in game. So with his 4-star skill moves and him having that smaller build in game, I think if you incorporate him as an overlapping fullback, that should be quite effective. Now, the 97 defending and 92 physical are probably the two most important stats for the card, and I think that defensively, he is going to be rock solid. He does have both the anticipate and intercept playstyle pluses with his 98 interceptions, 96 defensive awareness, 98 stand tackle, going to be very difficult to get around him. I do expect him to be very consistent in the tackle and then also very good at breaking up the play, especially when you go ahead and pair that with his 92 physical. He does have 95 stamina, which for an overlapping fullback is solid. And then he does also have 93 strength and 84 aggression. So with the way that the card is set up, you can maybe give him a chem style to help out with the strength and aggression a little bit more. Now, if we jump on over to Footbin Boys, we can see that Carlos Alberto does have 11 different playstyles. He has the intercept, long ball pass, relentless, and anticipate playstyle pluses. And I do think that 3 out of the 4 playstyle pluses are really effective. The relentless is okay if you use him as an overlapping fullback. And then he does also have the power shot, ping pass, jockey, slide tackle, bruiser, first touch, and aerial. Now, he can have both the controlled and controlled explosive acceleration types. And when it comes to chemistry styles, boys, I do think that the backbone is probably your best option. Now, because his pace and defending are already really solid, I think that it's really important to get the most out of his passing and then also his physicality. So with the backbone chemistry style, he is going to have the controlled acceleration type. It's going to give him a +2 to his passing. It's going to give him 99 vision and 90 long pass with the long ball pass playstyle plus. I think that that's going to be really OP in game. It's also going to give the card a +1 to his defending, 98. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And then last but not least, and another really important upgrade, it's also going to give the card 96 physical, really helping out with his jumping strength and aggression. He is going to have 98 jumping, 97 strength, and 92 aggression, so he should be very strong both on and off the ball. And I also like the backbone because the +8 to his jumping, he isn't the tallest of defenders, so that's going to be a really nice upgrade as well. As always, boys, if you guys do enjoy these FC24 player reviews, go ahead and do me a huge favor. If you guys can, leave a like on today's video and also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. This is a team we're going to be using in Division Rivals to test out the new Carlos Alberto card. We're going to be playing him at both the right back and center back positions in the 4-3-2-1 formation. So without further ado, boys, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 and let's see how good this card really is. Alright, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using the new Carlos Alberto card. Now, in game number 1, we're going to go ahead and run him at the right back position. Now, first things first, you guys know how we like to start every player review, and that is by testing out the card's dribbling. Now, Carlos Alberto does have some pretty decent agility and balance. And I will say, I mean, he's not the most quick and swift fullback I've ever used, but it isn't half bad either. Now, as that overlapping fullback, we want him to create a lot of chances, but we also do need that defensive cover. Very early on, we're just going to go ahead and switch it to him. Nice little touch right there. Carlos Alberto, man, the pace is really nice. Gets away from Teo Hernandez, and that's a lovely cutback. Now, as that overlapping fullback, I do think that the card is maybe missing a few playstyles to really take him to a whole nother level. I think maybe like the quick step or the rapid would have been a really nice addition, and then also the whip pass playstyle. Oh, Carlos Alberto, but that's a foul. No way. He doesn't have the greatest of reactions and composure, so we are going to do as much manual defending with the card as possible. It's a decent interception right there. Now, we did go ahead and signal Dani Olmo to make that run. I'm pretty sure Alberto has 5-star weak foot, long ball pass playstyle plus. I mean, it's decent. It's decent. Maybe could have put a little bit more power behind it. Now, for you guys that don't know, this is actually a really good tactic to go ahead and incorporate. Whenever you have a goal kick, you just want to go ahead and play it short. You signal your fullback to make a run. And then with your other fullback, you go for a cross diagonal. Long ball pass play style plus. Very easy way to get up the pitch. Now, I do want to test out maybe the consistency of his long pass because he doesn't have the greatest of stats. But that's a great ball, man. That ball into Udogie is just too good. We'll whip it into Haaland. It's a nice finish. Whether you play him at the right back position or as a center back, the long ball pass play style plus is just so effective in game. Alberto, a little bit of manual defending right here up against Ginola. I will say, man, maybe you can feel like the lower reactions and composure just a little bit. Erling Haaland, we got Alberto on the overlap. We're going to go ahead and play to him. And so far, man, the pace has been incredible. Very difficult to catch up to him. I might go for a shot in this situation. It's off of the post. Very unlucky. But I feel like those forward runs, he does have really good attacking positioning. He's picking up really nice pockets of space. Carlos Alberto, a little step over. The acceleration boost after the step over isn't half bad. Probably should have shown a little bit more strength in that situation. Come on, man. Do we got time for one more attack? I might just try to run it down the line. Alberto, that's good sprint speed. Like I said, man, I think that he's one of the quickest fullbacks in the game at the moment. Might go for like a ball roll Trivela, test that out. Decent shape to it, just a little bit central. Game number 2, we're coming up against Erling Haaland, Shevchenko, Best. It's an okay team, a lot of evolutions. Now, in game number 2, we're going to go ahead and test him out at the center back position in the 4-3-2-1 formation. We want him to be a ball-playing center back. We are going to try to do as much manual defending with the card as possible. And we are coming up against Erling Haaland, so it is going to be a very interesting matchup. Now, like I said, boys, he doesn't have the greatest of reactions and composure, so we are going to try to do as much manual defending as possible. Might try to split that back in. Might look for a cutback. Carlos Alberto. I mean, the defending in that situation wasn't bad. Now, I have been doing a lot of crosses diagonals, but I haven't done too many over top through balls. 5-star weak foot. It's actually a really good ball, man. Carlos Alberto, his passing has been incredible. That's a really nice finish. And if you are in need of a ball-playing center back, I think that that's a huge part to his game. Erling Haaland, Alberto. Can't get rolled right here. Nice, man. Good manual defending right there. I feel like we held him off pretty easily. George Best might try to play through. Yes, boys. Carlos Alberto, the intercept play style plus. And if you do go ahead and run him at the center back position, the fact that he does have the intercept and anticipate is just so effective. Oh, we whipped it in. Carlos Alberto, the header. I mean, it's a pretty good ball. Maybe could have done a little bit better with the header, but I also put a lot of power behind it. He's going to go over the top. Recovery speed. We need good recovery speed right here. Haaland with that touch. I mean, it's just a little bit too good. But we don't concede, man, so we'll take it. Alberto, he is going to run that with Reece James. He's going to go down the line. Now, I think that he's just going to go for a cutback in this situation. Yep. Erling Haaland might go for a finesse shot. Carlos Alberto right there. I mean, it's a really good recovery tackle, but we almost conceded. Nice. He might try to play that through. Yeah, Carlos Alberto, man. Really good manual defending right there. Another really nice interception. And that's also going to allow us to spring into a counterattack. Alo Iron. Just going to take it down the line. We got Cruyff at the back post. We're going to whip it in. Johan Cruyff, finesse shot. Should be a goal. It just took a little bit too long to release the shot. I'm actually going to play to him. I'm just going to use his pace. I feel like my opponent's not going to really expect it. Nice touch right there. The cutback. I was trying to play it into Erling Haaland, but it's worked out for us. A nice pass as well. And I feel like so far, the pace has probably been the standout stat. A very, very quick defender. Alberto, cross diagonal. There it is. Reece James. Now we just need a few more bodies forward. Erling Haaland is in the middle. I'm going to cut it back. Pull it. Nice. This is good football right here. Haaland with the finesse shot. Lovely finish. Might try to play that through. He has been very good at intercepting like these through balls. Yeah, there it is again, man. Good defensive awareness. Nice interception. Alberto, he's going to try to play that through the middle. Nice interception again. I kid you not, boys. His interceptions have been phenomenal. I feel like the backbone chemistry style is working really well. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new Carlos Alberto Futties Icon card in a few games of Division Rivals. And I will say, man, a phenomenal player in game. Now, as you guys know, we did go ahead and use him at the right back position. And then we also used him as a center back. And I do think that he makes a better right back. Now, if we go ahead and dissect his in-game stats in a bit more detail, the 98 pace was one of the standout stats for the card. Whether you play him at the center back position or as a fullback, I think that he was extremely quick in game. The recovery speed as a center back was incredible, and then also down that right hand side, I think that it's very difficult to catch up to him. The 90 passing for me personally, boys, another really important stat for the card. I love the addition of the long ball pass play style plus. Now, I was a little bit worried with him only having 82 long pass, but with the backbone chemistry style, we do increase that to 90. And his passing in game was extremely accurate, man. It's so easy to beat the defensive line with that play style plus. So if you do prefer a ball playing center back, back, or if you do prefer a really good passing fullback, I think that he's a really good option for that. Now, the ADA dribbling was a really interesting stat for the card because he doesn't have the greatest of reactions and composure. And if you play him at the center back position, I think that you can most definitely feel that in game. He isn't the most responsive and one of the most swift center backs I've ever used. If I had to compare him with Bobby Moore, a player that we did go ahead and review yesterday, I do think that Bobby Moore is a lot more responsive and a lot more swift. But the one thing that really does help out Carlos Alberto is his pace, man. I think that he can get back into position very quickly. But the manual defending with the card is not half bad, but I do think that there are better center backs out there in that sense. If you do run him at the right back position, 89 agility and 81 bounce, he is a little bit clunky on the ball, but going forward, he was very good in my opinion. Now, the 97 defending for me personally, boys, was another standout stat for the card. With both the intercept and anticipate playstyle plus, it's very difficult to get around him. I think that the AI defending with the card is absolutely incredible. 99 interceptions, 99 defensive awareness, and 99 stand tackle. Doesn't get better than that. And when you go ahead and pair that with his 92 physical, he does have 97 strength and 92 aggression with the backbone. And despite him having a smaller build in game, he is still a very strong defender both on and off the ball. Overall, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and give the card like a 9.6, 9.7 out of 10 rating. I really enjoyed using him at both the center back and right back positions. Now, if you do run him at the center back position, I do think that there are two main problems with the card. The first one being that he is a smaller center back. He doesn't have the aerial playstyle plus, so if you do come up against like your aerial type of strikers, I do think that he can be exposed in that sense. And then the second one being that he doesn't have the greatest of reactions and composure, so the manual defending with the card wasn't anything too crazy. And because we do have so many good center backs currently in FC24, I do think that he would make a phenomenal right back in game. Going forward with his passing and dribbling, I think that he was really effective, and he still does provide that defensive cover. I love the fact that he has both the anticipate and intercept playstyle plus, is very effective for a defender. If I had to compare him with like a specific type of right back, he kind of gives me Cafu vibes. Now, I will say, man, I do think that Cafu is better going forward, but defensively for me, man, it has to be Carlos Alberto. He's a player with a lot of versatility. Both the anticipate and intercept playstyle pluses are really effective in game. And with the long ball pass playstyle plus, if you do prefer a defender that is a ball playing defender, I think that he's a great option and I would highly recommend him. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like. Comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review. And then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.